G'day Fragster. I believe I've got the push to talk button working this time. That's a relief. I apologise for going for about an hour in the previous flight without actually realising that for whatever reason the push to talk button was switched off. I only noticed it when I think it was you that mentioned that it was off, and then I fixed it in the last 20 minutes. Better late than never, I guess. YouTube notifications has worked for once. That's good. Yeah, everyone, if you want to be notified of my flights, my live flights, because they're ad hoc and they're not scheduled, basically just hit the bell icon next to the subscribe button on my channel, and YouTube ought to tell you when I've gone live. This is a pretty experimental flight. I don't know about the audio levels, if you can hear me, if I'm too loud, if the music's too loud, if the engine's too quiet or loud. This is a pretty experimental flight, so bear with me as we go along here. This is just going to basically be pretty informal, as in it's just going to be one flight only, and we'll see how we go. Before I attempt to take off, I just want to run through a few things. So down there is the fuse that I've lifted up for the navigation lights, so I've turned off the navigation lights. I've turned on the master switch for the guns, so that when I go to press the trigger to fire at a Spitfire or an I-16, the guns will actually work. If I don't flick that switch, the guns won't work. What else? I switch over to button 4 on the radio to get warnings when there's other aircraft in the area. And the final thing I have to remember is to press left shift and F10 to activate icons. I'll do that now. That should activate icons. Let's have a look at that 109 and see if it has an icon. I can't see any icon, but let me try again. Nah, it didn't do anything, but who knows? We'll see. Phoenix, hello Froggy. G'day Phoenix. Vlad Aviator, your favourite plane. You love this plane. Excellent. Yeah, it's one of my favourites for sure, if not the favourite. Fragster all working good this time. Cool. Let's now see if I can actually taxi, and let's see if I can take off. The procedure is different in this one. You got to pull this. I think you got to pull the stick back to lock the tail wheel when you're taking off. I think that's what it is. And then you got to lift it at some point, and then apply forward pressure on the stick. This is when you're taking off. It gets really dodgy. I haven't had much practice in this particular sim on their planes, so it's going to be touch and go trying to take off. It really is. Other thing I have to remember, amongst many, is to lift up my flaps once I've taken off. I've got them set to 10%, which is takeoff flaps. Probably wait for these guys to take off. When I do take off, I'm going to see if they can do it. They look like they know what they're doing. G'day, mate, man. Welcome. These guys look like they've done this before. It's a formation takeoff. Oh, and he's up. Let's see if he can stay in the air. Looks like he's got his flaps down about 100%. Steep takeoff angle. Gears going up. Alright, he's done it. Now here's the D9. Looks like he's got he's fired his guns. He's got I don't think it's a drop tank, is it? Or is it an A8? It's either a D9 or an A8. Anyways, they've taken off now. And I'm going to take off in the opposite direction just to be different. Yeah, very user-friendly. Before I take off, a quick check of the chat. Designed for young pilots, ground braking, mostly electric controls, engine automation. Yeah, definitely. Sort of almost fly by wire. Advantage was almost barely trained pilots could fly it. Hopefully I can get it off the ground. Skids, g'day Skids, hello pilots, hi Froggy, g'day Skids, welcome. Alright, let's try and take off. Trim wasn't very nice, it wanted to lift its nose straight away. Alright, I think the gear is up because the lights have gone red. The flap, 0. Gonna keep it at about 1.3 ATA down to 1.1 in some situations. Just going to cruise along. Going to head south and southeast down to the enemy's airfield, which is on the coast. There's 4 or 5, maybe 6 enemy aircraft in the server at this time, and there's 3 Axis aircraft, and I'm the 4th Axis aircraft. So it's basically 4 versus 6. 4 versus 6. Song goes for another probably, it's a 16-minute song, so it's probably pretty much finished, FYI. But there's the airfield where I took off. I actually kind of do my hugging the deck technique. Have I turned on the guns? Yes, I have. I'm saying that to myself more than anything, so that I don't get to the point of pressing the trigger, the enemy in my crosshairs, and the guns don't go off. There's a pylon. Have I raised the flaps? Yes, I have. Let's switch over to station 4 so I can hear if there's any enemies in the vicinity. The enemy airfield is about probably, I'm not really sure, maybe 5 or 10 minutes flight from here. Fragster, yeah, I think I know the ones that you're referring to. Made in Croatia, I think. Made in Croatia, I think. I don't know. I'm pretty uninformed on all the details. That was a close call. Alright, and what was that song? That was, I think that was Bruckner's 7th Symphony. So there you go. The plane seems to be rolling to the left. If I release the joystick, it just rolls to the left. And you can see the aileron is up a bit there. So I don't know what that is. Is that trim or something? Reducing power just slightly, going pretty damn fast. Don't want to cook the engine. I have to remember as well, if I get jumped by a Spitfire or something, in addition to going full power, I can probably press W and get boost or war emergency power or water methanol injection or what have you. I'm pretty sure it's the W button that activates that. Now just over this hill is the enemy airfield on a bay, in a bay, and it has some pretty savage AAA, so I'm going to kind of steer clear of it, but at the same time try and intercept any aircraft coming out of it. Pretty exposed here, coming over the ridge like this, they'll see my silhouette pretty easily. It's a pretty cumbersome aircraft, and at least in its current sort of format, have to be careful to keep it away from the ground. Actually, there's some targets on the ground I'm supposed to be attacking. And there's one on the coast near the enemy airfield. I might try and find it, but I don't know what it is. I don't know what it looks like. I just know it's at a river. It's at the mouth of a river on the coast near the enemy airfield. So I've got a picture in my mind's eye whereabouts on the map it is, but I don't know what the target actually is. And for this flight, because it's all experimental, I'm just going to try and stay alive, not crash into the ground, keep an eye out for the enemies, don't get jumped, and don't cook the engine, and see if I can shoot something down. And remember to press all of the buttons, all of the bells and whistles. They look great, expensive though. Yeah, I don't know, it'd be probably be pretty cool to get some like replica 109 pedals and a rudder or joystick or what have you. There's all sorts you can get. You can get a stick extender so that control inputs are not so exaggerated potentially. Things like that. That could be pretty useful for aiding in fine motor skill, like accuracy with aiming and things like that. So here's the enemy airfield. I'm going to kind of steer clear of it. Enemies are around this area somewhere. Enemy airfield's just off the wing. Very much in the danger zone just here. Speed's pretty high, 500 kilometers an hour. Power setting 1.3 ATA. Before this I was cruising around at 1.1 and I was doing 300 kilometers an hour. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go around the other side of the hill, and I'm going to go around the mountain rather. I'm going to go around this mountain down to the coast and see if I can find that target that's one of the objectives of this mission. Each side has 3 targets to destroy. Saying something. That's the target down there potentially. It's wherever there's a river that joins the sea. There should be a target. We've got a river there. Yeah, we've got a river. Is there a target? That looks like a target there, and it looks like it's already been destroyed. There's a plane. Looks like a 190. He's probably been attacking the target already. No coincidence that I met him over the target. These guys have probably... Hello, how are you? Been playing here much more than I have. Now, I ain't got Discord, I don't know how to use the chat, so sorry pal. Oh no! False alarm, it's 109.
Achtung! Feindliche Flugzeuge über unsere Truppen in ZQ-69 erkannt. Achtung! Feindliche Flugzeuge über unsere Truppen in ZQ-69 erkannt. Achtung! Feindliche Flugzeuge über unsere Truppen in ZQ-69. Achtung! Feindliche Flugzeuge über unsere Truppen in ZQ-69 erkannt. Achtung! Feindliche Flugzeuge über unsere Truppen in ZQ-69 erkannt.
I've lost my guys, but I might just head back to where I was and then, I don't know, loiter around.
Achtung! Feindliche Flugzeuge über unsere Truppen in ZQ-69 erkannt.
I actually know how to use the chat in the multiplayer here.
Feindliche Flugzeuge über unsere Truppen in ZQ-69 erkannt. Achtung! Feindliche Flugzeuge über unsere Truppen.
It's going to get really repetitive. Where did those guys go?
Achtung! Feindliche Flugzeuge über unsere Truppen in ZQ-69 erkannt.
I didn't see any icons on that aircraft and it was pretty reasonably hard to spot. I think all of the targets have been destroyed on that ground target there, so I'm going to head over to the enemy airfield a little bit closer to it, not too close. It's just around the corner on this peninsula. Thanks Elaine, appreciate that.
Achtung! Feindliche Flugzeuge über unsere Truppen in ZQ-69 erkannt. Achtung!
Getting very close to the enemy ACAC. It's just around the corner. I don't want to go too close to it. What's my speed? It's good. It's 450. Power settings 1.3. I've turned the boost off. And I realised it was a false alarm. That was 109 on my tail. Why have I got a bullet? Okay, I'm being chased. Oh, don't crash. Looks like a Mustang. Who's faster? That was fun. Had no idea until I saw the bullet holes, looked back and a Mustang. I assumed it was a Mustang, I just got a glimpse of it.
Feindliche Flugzeuge über unsere Truppen in ZQ-69 erkannt.
Here's
Achtung! Feindliche Flugzeuge über unsere Truppen in ZQ-69 erkannt. Achtung! Feindliche Flugzeuge über unsere Truppen in ZQ-69.
Well, that was easy. That's for peppering my wing, you bugger. Hahaha. Well, that's my first kill in DCS multiplayer. Definitely pretty green on all of this. That was pretty easy, I gotta say, as far as things go. Well, what now? I've got a hole in the wing. Got plenty of bullets left. I think he did my job for me. He just flew right into the ground. He kind of stalled it. Skid 6, skid's nice. Yeah. Yeah, I got to check my 6 more. I'm going to change the radio station because that guy's just saying the same thing over and over again. I'll put it back on the ATC. Number 2 is the ATC, that's the female voice. By the way, that's a radio mod, it's not native to this game. I had to add it aftermarket. It sounds much better than it's much more authentic than the default. Anyways, alright, so that was a Mustang. Too close to the enemy airfield here. It's right behind me. Shit, it's shooting at me. Oh no! It's a Mustang. Uh-oh. What to do? Can't outturn him. This is not really anything more than a boom and zoomer. Can hope that he runs out of ammo, but he's got plenty of ammo. Probably a pretty strong plane that I'm in, but I'm getting hit so much. There goes my aileron. Yeah, no, it's not good. Just hope that he runs out of ammo and then I'll turn around and bloody... Yeah. Ah, man. I've only got rudder and elevator now. Aileron's completely gone. Come on, you bugger. Run out of ammo. Run out. The whole 9 yards. He's not that good a shot, is he? Eventually he's going to get me, I think, but maybe not. What about that? Has he run out? He's still going. He's still going. I should really head west, get back to my airbase. No ailerons, it's a bit disconcerting. Can't really dogfight in this condition. Oh man, the Mustang's still on me, and who's that? That's a Spitfire. I'm just going to have to head west and hope for the best. further here. He's going to run out of ammo soon, surely. Definitely can't dogfight without ailerons. He's still shooting and he's right on my tail. This is a strong plane, but still. Look at all those bullets. There's nothing for it but to just accelerate as fast as possible. Endless ammo. There we go, he's turning off. What's that? That's a 109 chasing him. Alright, great. So I'm going to head back to the airbase and put this thing down. Here's the airbase. I have no idea. There's no map icons. I just have to use deduced reckoning navigation. Am I heading in the right direction? Northwest. Yeah, that's right. Maybe another 3 minutes and I should be there. That was an interesting tactical decision. That guy was a bad shot, or this is a very strong plane, or perhaps a combination of both. I think this plane really shines as a high altitude boom and zoom. It has an excellent roll rate, although without ailerons I can't really demonstrate that at this juncture. Now, where's the airfield? Alright, got a pretty good idea of where I am. Damn, this plane is not handling too well. I've got rudder and I've got elevator. Looks like the airfield there. Alright, we've got full flap, we're extremely high, we've got gear, and let's see what we can do. This could end terribly, but we'll see. Let's try and bleed off some speed and avoid the trees. Boom. Alright, that's been the live stream. Thanks very much for tuning in, everyone. I really appreciate that you guys have joined me on this adventure. Alan, nice landing. Cheers, man. Not too bad, all things considered. I would have walked away from this one, I think, if I'd got the canopy open in time, which I think I would have. Not the runway. Yeah, it'll do. Any taxiway will do as a runway. Great in VR since you can press the cockpit's buttons. Oh, of course, because yeah, I get you, because you can use the mouse. So what happened, I managed to shoot something down. It was a Mustang, and then I got a Mustang on my tail, and I managed to get home, and it used up pretty much all its ammo trying to shoot me. I believe it got intercepted by a 109 as I was close to the field. And flipped. Cool. More, says Alan. Yeah, I'll probably see what I can do with this one. This was an experiment. This is my first multiplayer, and I shot a Mustang down, so that was pretty good. And that was all too easy. But then shaking the second Mustang was kind of impossible. Its speed was the same as mine on the deck. I had no speed advantage. So yeah, that was pretty stimulating. You know, you got to sort of do a few things there, and yeah, it's pretty good. All right, guys. Well, enjoy the rest of your day or your evening, and I'll probably be back at some point. I don't know when the next stream is going to be, but it might be advisable to click the bell icon. I believe it's near the subscribe button, and the bell icon ought to give you a notification when I go live. That's my understanding anyway, so maybe give that a try. Other than that, like, share, subscribe, join the channel. Check out my website, froggyfrog9000.com, and you can support on Patreon as well. And check out my merch on Teespring and Amazon. This is the Froggy Frog 9000 channel. Again, thanks very much, guys, in the chat for participating, and everyone tuning in at home. Appreciate it. And probably catch you in the next day or two for another live stream. Bye for now.